Generally speaking, while loops and do-while loops are equivalent. Sometimes you might prefer a do-while loop over a while loop. And let me show you an example where you might prefer it. It's not necessary, but you might prefer it. So we're going to write a little program that adds a sum of numbers until the user says to stop. So we're going to create two integer variables, sum and number, and we're going to create a string variable more, which we're going to set to yes. So we're going to say while more is equal to yes, console write, enter a number, number equals, convert to int 32, console read line, sum plus equal number, console write, more, yn for yes or no, and then more equals console read line, close off the loop. Let's check out our error right here. And then we'll have a console write line, the sum is, and then sum. Run the program. Enter a number 1, more yes, enter a number 2, more yes, enter a number 3, more no, the sum is 6. So now let's see how to write that with a do-while loop and see that it's just a little bit better. Int sum number, string more. Notice I don't have to initialize it here. Sum equals 0. Do. Console write. Enter a number. Number equals convert to int 32. Console read line. Sum plus equal number. Console write more. Yes, no. Question mark, space, and then more equals console read line. While more is equal to yes. And then console write line, the sum is sum. Alright, so now we're ready to check to see if it works. 1, 2, 3. This version is just a slight bit shorter than the other version and perhaps a little bit easier to read. You also don't have to initialize more to a value. You can assign it inside the loop initially because more is not going to be read until the end of the loop. But again, there's really not that much difference between the while loop version and the do while version. So you're not going to be in any trouble or be looked upon any less as a programmer for choosing one or the other of these. In fact, because everybody understands the while loop, you might be questioned a little more choosing the do while. But again, you shouldn't be because they are equivalent. So that finishes our discussion of the do while loop. And now we're ready to move to the next lesson where we're going to begin discussing the third and final control flow construct in this chapter, and that's the for each loop.